Okay. Good morning. Good morning. So, I invite you to bring some water to your mat. And as we get started, staying hydrated throughout class, of course. Okay. So, you can either take a block and sit on your block, or a folded up blanket under your hips, or you can do like I am and have your legs in lotus unstacked, knees out wide, and rising tall through your spine. I encourage you to listen to your body. If you have any modifications or adjustments you need to make for this class, please do so. Everything I offer is an offering and a suggestion, and I encourage you to find what feels right to your body today. Taking one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, we'll begin with a few deep breaths. First, finding the natural rhythm of your own breath. Tuning in and allowing for that oceanic rhythm to show itself in the back of your throat. In and out through your nose. Letting your belly fill up completely. Setting an intention for your class for the rest of the day. For this moment on your mat. And we'll take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling through the nose and exhaling with a sigh. Two more. Circle sweeping your arms up to the sky, wiggling your fingers as they get there. Finding a long, tall stretch. You arrive through center. And exhale, turning towards the right, taking your left hand to right knee, right hand behind you as a prop, supporting you as you turn with a little further with each inhale, rising taller with each exhale. Next inhale sweeps your right arm around in a big circle, crossing it over. So both arms are crossed, right arm on top, tucking your chin in, finding a round spine. And inhale to curl your arms up and back, eagle arms. Undoing the cross and forward fold. Finding a length through your spine as you reach forward, sitting your sit bones behind you. Slowly walking yourself back through center. Circling arms up to the sky, twinkling your fingers all the way to the top. Exhale, turning to the left. Right hand comes to left knee. You can have your left hand behind you as a prop, propping a kickstand style, or you can have it long in a straight line going back behind you at shoulder height. Inhale brings your left hand circling around in a big sweeping circle across over to your opposite knee, tucking your chin in, rounding through your spine. Inhale brings your arms up, eagle arms, baby back bend. Unwrapping your arms, finding reach through both shoulders and fingertips as you land forward in a forward fold. Taking your knees out wide, the hands land in front of you for tabletop momentarily as you bring your knees wide, toes together, sitting your hips back for child's pose. Letting your forehead roll back and forth. Finding lift through your shoulders. Using your hands to press into, bringing your knees together. So your knees are together, toes are together. Forehead to the earth, and hands come to your sides and wrap around your ankles and heels. As your forehead is on the ground, bringing the crown of your head to the earth and lifting your hips off of the mat. Hands stay on heels for yoga mudra, or this is also called rabbit. Here we are in rabbit. Let's do yoga mudra as well after this, but first we'll take a couple deep breaths. Last full inhale here, crown of head sinks into the earth. And then hips lower, exhale. Now for yoga mudra, keeping your head on the earth. Hands come to a bind at the base of your spine. And then rolling your shoulders up and back so you create a nice long line from your shoulders to your hands. Lifting your hips just as we did for rabbit. As your arms reach up overhead, coming away from your spine. Crown of head is sunk into the earth, lifting through your neck and shoulders, finding space from your ears to your shoulders. Lots of feet press into the earth. One more deep inhale. Exhale to release and lower. Arms come out in front of you. And then bringing yourself back through tabletop, transitioning to lower, elbows tucked in all the way to your belly. Landing with your hands underneath your shoulders. We'll take a nice deep shoulder stretch. Here's one we've done before, but you can also do it against the wall if you're needing support in a different way another day. Today we'll take left arm out to a T, rolling over. And I love doing this one so much because it is so deeply nourishing to the stretch and opening up through my chest and heart for shoulders. So what I've done is I have my left arm out to a T, crossing my right foot over or behind my left foot as support. Right arm can circle up and over to hover over the left. And my weight is going into my left shoulder. I'm on the side of my head on the left side. Really transformative opening through my shoulder here can happen if I stay for a couple minutes. We won't do that today necessarily, but we'll stay here for a few deep breaths. Being sure to fill up completely with each breath. Next inhale prepares you and helps you guiding back through center. Coming back onto your hips, both hands underneath your shoulders. We'll find a lift through center of baby cobra. Soft through your hands, finding that lift from your heart and also engaging in your low back. Last inhale here hovers through your hands. Exhale to lower. Bringing out your right arm to a T. And rolling over onto the right side. Left foot can cross over. Another option for the foot is you can have it pointed up to the sky, the knee, which would be the left knee in this case. And have it be like in a tent position behind you. Or you can reach back for your left ankle with your left hand. All these options are available to you. Or you could take it the same as you had on the other side, totally up to you. Just allowing for your body weight to sink into your left shoulder. Uncoiling and unraveling the tension held there. Last full breath here, making it round and filling you from top to bottom. Exhale, hands bring you through center, guiding you. Hands come underneath your shoulder blades. First, finding lift through baby cobra. And then I invite you to reach your arms long by your sides, pointed back, bending through both knees, reaching around for your ankles from the outside. And then finding lift, if it feels good for your body today. Into bow pose, finding that arching shape of the bow. Lifting through your heart, finding engagement through your low back, just as before in baby cobra. And allowing for your shoulders to cinch together, the shoulders you just opened up, rolling side to side. You can even press your feet into your hands, allowing for more lift. 2 more breaths. Last inhale, find you a little taller. Over exhale, releasing your feet, hands to the mat. Knees are bent and windshield wiper side to side. We're lowering back to the earth. Tucking through your toes. With elbows tucked in, lifting to high plank. Rocking forward and back. Opening up through each finger and each toe. When you're ready, sending your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Hips will be tall and knees welcome a bend. As we're just arriving here this morning, it might be the first of the day. Finding length from your fingertips to your shoulders, all the way up to your hips. And allowing for that bend in the knees to be generous so that the shoulders can flatten out even further. taking a roll together. First, inhaling up to your tiptoes. Exhale, coming through with like a wave through high plank. Bending through your knees, sending your hips up and back, downward facing dog, exhale. Once more, inhale, coming up to tiptoes. Exhale as you rippling forward into high plank. Inhale, stay. Exhale, bending through both knees, sending your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out your dog, finding your heels, lowering one at a time. Looking forward to your hands and then looking back to your toes. Let's walk all the way back to meet your toes as slow as possible. Walking your hands back of your mat. Feet are hips width distance apart. Reaching around for opposite elbow. And bring your hands to those elbows for ragdoll. Letting your head hang long. Releasing your hands, rocking your head yes and no. And then inviting your hands to circle back to the base of the spine. Finding a bind and then lifting your hands off of your back, just like we did in Yoga Mudra earlier. Sending your head even further down to the earth. Slowly, gently bringing your hands back to the base of your spine, releasing the bind. And then hands can come to shins for a long halfway lift. Crown of head points forward. Exhale, forward fold. Finding tapping on the side of your legs. And inside of your legs. You can use cupped palms or little fists. It'll definitely be silly. Maybe making some noises as you prepare and eventually roll all the way up one vertebra at a time to standing. Arms come up last with your chin all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart. Taking a moment to refresh and return to your attention. Circling your arms up to the sky. Landing them to Tadasana. Arms by your ears, sides. Parallel. Finding strength as the mountain does to stand tall and reach taller. Taking your right hand and clasping left wrist and finding a side bend over to the right side. Engaging through both sides of your ribs, finding lift and lengthening through the spaces intercostally between each rib. Inhale brings you back through center. Turning wrists both directions, finding wrist circles. Before taking left hand to right wrist, Reaching up and over to the left side. Finding the space to be open on both sides of your ribs. Inhale brings you back through center. Baby back bend with cactus arms. Take that once more, this time lifting your arms tall. When we do baby back bend, exhale, you might want to stick your tongue out and do a lion's breath. Opening up through your chest. Arms reaching up to the sky. Allow you to forward fold slowly with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale has you walking back to the top of your mat for high plank. Lowering halfway or all the way for up dog or cobra, lifting from your heart. Exhale, hips go up and back for downward facing dog. Looking forward, bending through both knees. Stepping or hopping to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release and lower. Rolling you all the way up to through center. Arms are tall. Hands to heart center, exhale. Circle sweep arms to the sky. Big fluid movements. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, planting hands, stepping back, high plank. Finding an inhale to puff up through shoulders. Exhale, lowering halfway or all the way for up dog or cobra. Exhale sends your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Full breath. Inhale has gaze going back to feet, and exhale to walk back to the back of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release. Rolling all the way up, one vertebra at a time through center. Arms are tall and lifted. Hands to heart, exhale. Circle sweeping arms to the sky. Forward fold. Halfway lift with your inhale. Exhale, walking baby hands. Little one hand at a time to high plank. Inhale to puff up. And exhale, elbows tucked in, lowering halfway. Lifting for up dog. Exhale, hips go up and back, toes tucked, down dog. Looking to the top of the mat, bending through both knees. And stepping to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release. Rolling all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Arms to the sky. Big, tall reach. And hands to heart, exhale. Circling arms all the way around in a rainbow to the sky. for your forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, release and land. Hands to the earth, stepping back. High plank. Exhale brings you lowered halfway. Lifting up, up dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Really take the space to arrive and land here. Finding more spaciousness with each breath. Looking forward to your fingertips. And then tiptoeing your way all the way to the top of the mat. Finding a halfway lift as you heel toe your feet to touch. Exhale, release and lower. Rolling all the way up, extra slow. Chin comes up last. Rolling shoulders up and back. Arms to the sky. And exhale, sitting back to your Utkatasana chair. Finding a long flat back, tucking your tailbone under as you lift your heart. And looking down to your toes, seeing you can see them and even lifting them perhaps as you stack your knees over ankles. Putting all your weight into your left foot, arms come out to a T. Lifting your right knee and crossing it over for eagle legs, curling it all the way or halfway around. Hips still facing forward and level. Right arm goes under for eagle arms. Finding a spot to focus on. Unraveling your arms, bringing them along by your ears, and then unwrapping your legs, stepping back to high crescent lunge. Back heel is stacked on top of back toes. You have enough space between your feet so that your front knee is stacked over your ankle. Allowing for softness through your shoulders. Any micro adjustments that might be needed here. A little more lift. Coming from your heart with the inhale, prepares for opening up. Exhale, hips wide, arms wide, warrior 2. Flipping your front palm, hinging forward on the horizon line, lowering for a hover and extended side angle. Right arm to the sky. Looking to your right hand, climbing it like an invisible rope straight up and reversing. Bringing left hand to the sky, right hand to a bind behind you into your hip crease. Reversing your warrior. Extending through your front knee, finding reverse triangle. Arms come out to a T. Turning all toes to face the wide part of the mat on the right side. And then turning your toes out. Bending through both knees, finding goddess squat. Arms can come into a cactus. Inhale to lift. Arms bending, extending through both knees, finding five-pointed star. And then exhale, bending through both knees, both elbows. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, extending. Exhale to bend. Last time, extending long, reaching with fingertips, toe tips, and bending through both knees and elbows, finding your squat. Finding extension through both knees once more, arms out to a T, and turning your back foot. Oh, we'll keep all toes pointed forward. For a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Arms can lower to the earth, taking ankles into hands. Crown of head reaches down. Taking both hands to the outside of the right ankle. Right arm goes up to the sky, twisting. Exhale brings your arms to cross. Right arm crosses over to the left leg and ankle. And then sending your left arm to the sky, twisting to the left. Finding how each breath, it feels so different in opening up through your shoulders, through your shins and knees, allowing for more spaciousness. Exhale, crossing left arm over to right leg before releasing your arms, letting them dangle, rocking your head yes and no, and then walking your hands through your feet, walking them back through so that your crown of head comes even closer to the earth. Hands walk back underneath shoulders, finding a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Arms come out to a T with a long, flat back, coming all the way up, back to your five-pointed star. Chin is tucked, taking your time. And then adjusting, turning your right toes slightly pointed forward. Front left toes pointing all the way forward. Returning to your warrior two legs. Arms out to a T. Circling right arm forward. Returning to your high crescent lunge. Hands to heart. Rocking backwards and forwards until you can find yourself standing at the top of your mat with your right knee raised in front of you, balancing on left foot. Awesome. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee as right arm goes long behind you, twisting to the right. Back through center. Right hand supports right ankle and foot coming in to press into your inner thigh of your left foot leg. Setting up for tree. Right knee points out. And arms can branch away from the heart space into your tree extension, branches and leaves. You might find a dance with these movements. Soft rocking of your branches through the wind. 2 more full rounds of breath, making them complete. And a little extra, more than usual. Allow that flourish to bring hands back to heart. Undoing the press that you have your right foot in, and bringing your right knee raised in front of you once more. Extending through right leg, hands to the floor, standing split. Finding a block or the earth to plant your left hand down. As you circle your right hand around into your hip crease. Opening up slowly and surely, one little micro movement at a time, into half moon balance. You are supported by your left hand and your left foot. Slowly opening up through your wings. Right arm points up to the sky. Right toes are flexed and pointed back towards your face. Your gaze can go up or down. Last breath here. Exhale, brings both hands and both feet to the mat. Head hangs long, shaking it out. Halfway lift. Exhale, release and lower. Finding some crow hops here, bringing your heels together, toes apart, bending through both knees. And planting your hands out in front of you. Fingers are wide and spread. Pressing the crease in your knee, the bend, the part where it turns from one top of the leg to the bottom. Pressing that part into your elbow. And then looking forward to a point you can focus on. Finding hops or balancing in crow. Three more breaths. Softly coming back to the earth when you're ready. And then heel toeing your feet back to touch. Rolling one vertebra at a time, all the way up to standing. Arms will join you, reaching up to the sky. Hands come to heart. One full breath here. Circle sweeping, arms to the sky. And then sitting back into your Utkatasana chair, lifting through your toes. We're going to find a drinking bird flow here before moving on. So from chair, sweeping your arms back as your head lowers and heels lift. Knees can be bent or straight. Inhale brings you to chair. Knees bend, arms lift. Exhale, drinking bird, head lowers, arms sweep back, heels lift. Inhale, lifting, circle sweeping to chair. Last time, sweeping back, drinking bird, finding your lift. Exhale to chair and staying in chair. Finding low back tucked under. Heart lifts. Shoulders drop away from ears. Arms come out to a T. Sending your weight into your right foot this time. Left foot lifts buoyantly off of the ground and crosses over, making eagle legs. Arms open wide, hips leveling. Next breath, crosses your left arm under for eagle arms. After a few breaths here, last one connects you. And next one's unraveling you. Arms unravel, coming long by your ears. Secondly, stepping back into high crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted on top of left toes. And inching forward enough so that your front knee can stack over your ankle. Finding your strength here in high crescent lunge. Inhale, lifts you tall once more. Exhale, opening up, warrior two. Making those adjustments, micro movements to get you here. Arms out to a T, hips are wide. Front knee is open wide. And gaze can go forward over front fingertips. Also looking back over back fingertips, maybe backwards and forwards until you find what you're looking for. Find your connection to your limbs. Connecting to your back breath. Flipping your front palm. Then hinging at your hips, inching forward one little millimeter at a time until you can lower your right hand to hover in the inside of your right leg. Left arm up to the sky, extended side angle. Looking up, climbing straight up that invisible rope to reverse your warrior. Left arm comes to your hip crease. Extending through your front knee. Finding triangle, extend a reverse triangle. Slowly but surely bring your arms out to a T. Bending through your front knee, warrior two. Finding a full breath here. 2 full breaths, why not? Circling left arm forward to frame your face. Arms reaching up. Back heel swivels so it was lifted and you're returned to high crescent lunge. Looking forward and preparing to come into hands to heart, knee raised, left knee raised in front of you, top of the mat. Arriving. Taking your right hand to your left knee. Left arm out long behind you, twisting to the left. Hands come back to heart. Using your left hand as support, bringing your left foot to your inner thigh, calf, or it can be kickstand to the earth for tree. Doing your best to avoid your knee on both sides. Pressing into your knee can be dangerous for the knee joint. So finding your placement above or below the knee for protection. Left knee is pointed out. And from your heart space, letting your arms branch open. Finding 4 more deep breaths here, allowing for playfulness in your tree. Right now, I'm looking out to many trees. They do not stand still in their branches. Their roots and trunks, perhaps, stay still or appear to be, but the branches are ever fluttering. Arms reach up overhead once more, pointed up to the sky. Releasing your left foot from its perch and bringing it back, raised in front of you. Extending through your front knee as your hands hinge at your hips, hands to the earth, standing split. Finding a block or your connection to the earth, supported by your right hand and right foot. I like to start with the non-supporting hand in a bind to my hip crease. This can help focus go into the hips and shoulders to start. And when I'm feeling ready and supported, I'm going to lift left arm up to the sky for half moon balance. Toes are flexed on the left foot. Last big breath here. Exhale, hands and feet to the earth, hanging long. Shaking your head, yes and no. Taking one more round of crow. This time we're going to do it a little different. Crossing. We just did the right leg, so let's do the left leg first. So putting your weight into the left foot, bending through your right knee, crossing right knee behind left knee. Coming into a little Shiva squat. And then from here, turn both feet on the earth. If you can see what I'm doing, I have my knees, left knee behind right. Right foot is landed, both feet are pointed forward. And then instead of having my torso facing forward, I'm going to turn my torso to the left side. I'm going to take my left elbow and press it to the outside of my left knee. And my right elbow is going to go into the crease of the hip crease on my left side. Someone taught me recently the key to this side crow is finding a spot in front of you along the wall. For me, on the radiator, I'm going to focus on that. Finding side crow. Hopping, balancing, finding your way in and out of this for 3 to 4 more breaths. When you're ready, slowly but surely coming back through center. Uncrossing your legs, dangling your head long. Taking the hands one at a time underneath the feet so that your palms are facing up and your toes are pressed into your wrist crease. Head hangs long. Finding your knees slowly extending. Allow yourself something to be released. Letting go. Hands come back under shoulders, halfway lift. Forward fold. Sending your weight to the left foot, the right foot this time. My apologies. Crossing the left knee behind right. All toes pointed forward, bending through both knees. And then turning your arms over towards the right side this time. Might be able to see me set up better on this side. Taking right elbow to this spot, nice curved spot in your hip. And then this is going to be the spot of connection in the hip for the left elbow to right knee crease. Again, this only works for me if I look forward. And if I look down at the earth, I go down to the earth and I fall. But right now I'm looking at the radiator, finding balance. 6 breaths here. Hopping in and out, finding your way back to the earth when you're ready. Both feet come to touch. Sinking my hips down and wrapping arms around, finding the shape of an egg. Heels can be lifted. You can find your eyes soft or even closed here. Finding your balance. Finding your trust, the strength of your body, and all it's helped you and provided you with this lifetime. Using your hands as support or rocking back, finding your hips to the earth. Toes pointed forward, hands come under knees. Lifting your knees, finding boat navasana. Legs, calves are parallel to the earth. Toes can be pointed or flexed. Arms come out long by your sides. You can have some variations, like taking your hands around your feet. Ooh. And wrapping, reaching forward until maybe you rock all the way back into plow like I just did. You can rock and roll on your spine. Wherever you are, finding your way to your back is on the earth from the boat pose. This just feels so good, so I'm going to stay here for another minute and plow. Slowly lowering legs to the earth. Arms and legs are long. Bending right knee into chest. Crossing it over to the right side. Left knee to right side and left arm out to a T. Gaze can go over to that side. Supine twist. Letting the back of your head come back through center as you bring your left knee in for a squeeze. Better yet, bring both knees in for a squeeze. Then extending your left leg long, keeping your right knee in towards your chest. Crossing right knee over to the left side. Right arm out to a T. Feeling how this side may feel different for you in this moment than the other. Slowly rolling your head back through center. Both knees come into chest. Finding big circles with your knees, one direction. And then going the opposite direction. Resting through center. Pressing your feet into the earth, knees pointed up. Fingertips brush the back of your heels. Lifting your hips up to the sky with an exhale for bridge. You might want to take this as supported bridge with a block under your hips, or you can stay in traditional bridge. The option to have your hands in a bind underneath you, shoulders cinching together, sending your hips up a little further with each breath. Last full complete breath here. Exhale. Slowly creates a wave with your spine, lowering one vertebra at a time to the earth. Sending the flat of your feet up to the sky as you reach around with your hands, the outside of each foot. Bottom of the feet points up for happy baby. Slowly lowering your feet. Coming into Shavasana. Final resting spot of class. You can be with your arms and legs long, or you can have another option is to have your feet touching, knees out wide for butterfly. Wherever you're at in this moment, allowing for restful ease to wash over you. hearing the sounds around you, birds chirping, the wind through the trees. Feeling the temperature on your shoulder blades, tops of arms, and fingertips. I invite you to notice your breath filling up your lungs completely. Gently inviting a return to your breath as you find small movements in your fingers and toes. Welcoming one more full body stretch, arms pointed up overhead, long by your ears. Rolling to one side, using your arm as a pillow. Softly pressing yourself up when you're ready, with soft or closed eyes, to a gentle seated position. One hand to belly, one hand to heart. We'll take 3 deep breaths together, just as we started class. In through the nose and out through the mouth. I bring both hands to my heart center. Deep gratitude to all of you for sharing in this practice with me today. Honoring this time we have together. Light student and teacher in me honors and cherishes the light student and teacher in all of you. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.